After the resource inventories are completed, we should use various assessment tools such as Russell II, IET or WEPS, and SVAP2 to analyze resource data and determine resource concerns for the benchmark or current conditions. Once we have completed planning steps 3 and 4, inventory resources and analyze resource data, and have determined the benchmark conditions of all the resource concerns, we need to open the EEPT and record the benchmark conditions of all the required resource concerns. When we open the EEPT, it opens to the Benchmark Selections tab. We will document the information that we gathered in the field and evaluated using the assessment tools. For soil erosion, sheet, rill, and wind erosion, we used IET to determine that the soil loss was greater than T on all the fields. So we select the fifth narrative. We need to double-click the cell and edit the narrative to replace the blanks with the field numbers 1, 2, and 3. Once the narrative is edited to fit our site conditions, we click the Send to CPA 52 button. The button turns green to signify it has been sent to the CPA 52. We observed some ephemeral gullies in fields 2 and 3, so we select the second narrative under Soil Erosion, Concentrated Flow Erosion, Ephemeral Erosion. We will double-click the narrative to enter the track number and the field numbers. Once the narrative is edited to fit site conditions, we send it to the CPA 52. We scroll down to enter information for classic gullies. Since we did not observe any classic gullies during resource inventories, the first narrative fits our site conditions, so we click the Send to CPA 52 button. Once it is sent to the CPA 52, we scroll down to the bank erosion section. For the bank erosion, we noticed that bank erosion was present, and we determined the bank condition score of SVAP2 was 3, so we select the fifth narrative. We double-click the narrative to edit it and enter the SVAP2 bank condition score of 3. Once the narrative fits our site conditions, we send it to the CPA 52. We will continue in this manner until all the required resource concern benchmarks have been completed. Once that is done, we click the CPA 52 tab to go to the CPA 52 form. If we scroll down, we will see the documented benchmarks. We should also scroll down and make sure all the human consideration benchmarks and special environmental concern benchmarks are documented. After planning steps 3 and 4, we should be able to complete all of the benchmarks.